Hello my beautiful people. My name is Marina, welcome to my Holiday Addict channel. And today I'm in Skopje in North Macedonia. Today I'm taking you to a city that might just surprise you, Skopje. And trust me, there is so much more to this place that meets the eye. From quirky statue to old school charm, Skopje is definitely a hidden gem you won't want to miss. So grab a coffee or tea, sit back and let's explore this amazing city with me. Skopje is the capital and largest city of North Macedonia and has plenty of charm. Its Ottoman and Byzantine era sites are focused around the city's delightful bazaar, bordered by the 15th century Kameni Mosque, stone bridge and Kale fortress, Skopje's guardian since the 5th century. So, North Macedonia is a very controversial place. Before, after Yugoslavia was broke up, it used to call ex-Yugoslavia Republic of Macedonia. Then they called Republic of Macedonia. But unfortunately, Greek didn't like that. When Macedonia applied to EU, Greeks said no, we're gonna oppose this because Macedonia is not a country. Macedonia is a region of Greece, so they have to change the name. After a lot of hoo-ha and debate, they agreed that it's gonna call North Macedonia. And to this moment, it's still a lot of debate, it's still a lot of arguments what it is. Bulgaria said it's Bulgaria, Greeks saying it's Greek, Albania say it's Albania, and so on, so on. Funny enough, if you follow me on TikTok, and I highly recommend you to do, you will see how many arguments people have under my TikTok videos. It's unbelievable. Right. So we just started to walk to town, to center, and there are already plenty of statues. Statue, very random. A sort of Greek goddess looking guy. Then there's some blokes in uniform. Then some blokes in the coats. There is no theme, but if you think it's not enough, hooray! This is some bloke on a horse. I mean, they obviously all have some sort of meaning, we just don't know. Or it's just a random. The mayor of Skopje decided to put a lot of statues, renovate and make a lot of buildings to attract the tourists. Because Skopje had so many earthquakes and the city virtually 85% was destroyed, there is not much natural and historical building left, they decided to rebuild it new. And for many people, they said, oh, he's just created Disneyland, it's ugly. There are many statues here, too many. And some people saying it's just a money laundering operation, which I kind of agree. It probably was, it probably still is. But he did this to attract more tourists. And in a way he did. But not because people come here because they think it's beautiful. They come here to have a look at how weird it is with all these statues and all these buildings. It's absolutely mismatched. It's a different styles. It actually reminds me what they used to do in Moscow in 90s when they built all the shopping center and office buildings. Really weird and ugly. But I don't think it's actually that ugly. I think it's quite pretty, especially at night. And I will call it weird and wonderful. About statue, just this one bridge, I just count, have 31 statues just on one bridge. And as you can see, there is another bridge behind me, probably same amount of statue. I don't know, I will be very surprised if it's not of Guinness Book of Records that city with the most statues. Casino of Skopje. Gambling is legal here, and we notice casinos are everywhere. And this is warrior on a horse statue. Originally it's been done as Alexander the Great of Macedonia, but of course Greeks was very upset about it, so they had to rename it. But reality is it looks exactly like him. More statues, and look at this one. Not just on the top, all around it. So look at this building with all the columns, and then we go across the road, bridges with tons of statues, some really strange 90s building, office building. So every single building have a completely different style. So let's have a look. Just we come off the bridge, stone bridge. We have one fountain here, one fountain here, and one more fountain behind there. 3 fountains and a little tiny square, and they're all completely different. One with lions, one with all the pregnant ladies and babies, and another one with sort of Greek looking. It's supposed to be the dad of Alexander the Great. Actually, it's 4 fountains because one more here didn't see with the horses. So, one here, one here, one there, and one there. I travel quite a lot, but I never seen so many mismatch, so many let's put as much stuff as we can in very small space. But in my opinion, less is more. If they put one huge, big, amazing fountain, I think it's gonna look better than 4 average ones. Across the bridge from the main square is the entrance to the old bazaar. Right away you can feel the atmosphere shift from bizarre buildings and statues to the narrow alley, the Ottoman architecture, and then smell of fresh coffee and grilled meat. One of the coolest things about this place is that it's not just for tourists. Locals still shop here, from handmade copperware, silver jewelry, traditional textiles to quirky souvenirs and wedding dresses. It's got everything: history, culture, food, and a vibe you just won't get in a shopping center. This bazaar dates back to the 12th century and was one of the most important trade centers in the Balkans. And honestly, you can still feel that history in the air. That's a lot of gold on one necklace. Some wedding and evening dresses. Sorry, not my cup of tea. That's a lot of necklace. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in England these tables would be ripped out on the first night. This is quite a party area. I bet it's gonna be packed here at night. This place is selling Turkish tea, different type herbal tea, and Turkish delight. It's not cheap, I have to say. So yes, they are not cheap, but I had a few of those bits, and I have to say, if you like Turkish delight, you cannot get better. Absolutely fantastic, and the teas are wonderful. Like I said, it's quite expensive. Wow, what's the difference? Today is Sunday, and most of the shops are closed. And it's really quiet compared to every other day. Wedding dress place. I'm sorry, but I think they're all very ugly. Yeah, most of the shops are closed. So plan your trip accordingly. Sunday is not a fun day for bazaar. Well, fun fact, Skopje used to have London double-decker buses before the city's infrastructure was largely destroyed by the earthquake in 1963. So Skopje mayor decided to bring in a fleet of this as a part of the city makeover, making the new fleet a symbolic return to the past era. They are modern versions though, from China, not the old British ones, and honestly, they give a city a quirky, kind of fun vibe. We are in a shopping center because my daughter wants to do some shopping. And you can see you are not in your country because people smoking here. I don't want to zoom to the girl, but I see quite a few people that are actually smoking inside the shopping center. Well, I'm a smoker, it would be paradise for me, but I think even I would light the cigarettes here. So, I will guess my teenage couple will be in this shoe shop, sport shoe shop.
Siwa woda podzelawa, a kopnąć i zbierać.
Sun is going down. We had a great day. We've seen some pretty cool spots so far. A bit of history, some culture, a little shopping and a lot of walking. And if you are anything like us, all that exploring definitely worked up an appetite. Skopje honestly know how to eat. From traditional dishes like unijak, cheese wrapped in pork loin and then wrapped in bacon, pork steaks, kopshka salad, even pizzas here are something else. After recharging our battery, we were ready to explore Skopje at night. This is really comes to life, this square, Macedonian square, but it is a Saturday night. And you know what, in the evening when there's everything lights up, it doesn't really look, it's tacky. So, Skopje at night, very, very busy. Maybe it's because it's a Saturday night, but I really love the atmosphere. Live music, kids running around, everything lights up. They do save money though, not all the lights is up, but all this tackiness, like day tackiness, disappeared, and it actually looks really lovely at night. Look how busy this bridge. All people out about on a Saturday night. Kids enjoying themselves, very happy dancing. It's getting late. We are happy but very tired. Time to go to our apartment, have some sleep and see more of the Skopje tomorrow. There are a lot more interesting places to explore like Millennial Cross and the Kale Fort. And if you are enjoying adventure so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more coming your way. So, this is where we stay. Our home for the next 2 days, and we are very pleased. I mean, look, they even left us some wine, which is really nice touch. Kitchen has everything. They even left us water, coffee. It's so lovely. Little balcony. Sofa, but it's made up as a bed because I'm sleeping in it. And it's double bedroom. Lovely bathroom. So everything you can wish for. They even have a utility room with a hoover, iron board, iron. Very pleased. 144 euros for 3 nights. You cannot go wrong with that. They thought of everything here. Look, they have lavazza machine, they have instant coffee, and they even have a fresh grounded coffee if you want to make it from fresh. Well done, owners of this apartment. Good service. Well, eventually we found the Millennial Cross and we're gonna take a cable car, go up, see how much it is. I don't think it's gonna be expensive anyway. You don't have to take a cable car. You can walk all the way up to the cross. But what is the fun in that? Tickets only cost 100 dinars, which is just over £1. But please note that cable car has a break for 30 minutes every hour, so plan accordingly. So this Millennial Cross, big one of the biggest in the world, and they've been constructed in 2002 to celebrate of 2000 years of Christianity in Macedonia, and this is why it's called Millennial Cross. But best part about come here is the view. View are amazing. Everybody knows who Mother Teresa is. Although lately was a lot of controversy and a lot of information come out that she wasn't so saint. But end of the day, I'm sure she helped many people. Maybe not the way some people really like to, but this is her memorial. Because she was born in Skopje, even she's Albanian. She was born in Skopje, and her memorial is right here in the center of Skopje. Mother Teresa Museum and Memorial. I won't be going inside, but it looks really quirky from outside. So this is the back of this memorial. Rubbish is everywhere. It's absolutely disgusting. Look, this is the town center, historical town center right outside of fort. And you know, when we were on a boat trip, our captain, or tour guide captain, he said it's actually quite clean. If you come here 10 years ago, it was awful. It looked like a country was just a one big rubbish bin, and some giant seagull came in and ripped it all apart with rubbish everywhere. So if that's mean they clean up in the last 10 years, I don't know how long more it's gonna take to clean the rest. But its mentality of the people needs to be changed. It's not enough just clean. It also needs to be changed that people don't throw rubbish everywhere. By the way, it's quite controversial in UK, but I'm a huge fan of big fines for throwing rubbish everywhere. People sometimes saying, oh, Singapore clean. Oh, Switzerland so clean. But let's be honest, they're not clean because they have different type of people living there. They are clean because if in Singapore you throw rubbish, you will get like nearly $1,000 fine. This is why nobody's throwing stuff anywhere. Well, Skopje Fortress, it's a free entry. You can just come in and walk around. Today is not as hot, but it's very humid and very sweaty. As you can see, all my fringe is all wet, and I'm looking like a wet rat. So it's a free entry. If you have a spare few minutes, come in. You get quite a good views of the city from here. But it's not really much to see. But like I mentioned before, all these fortresses are like that. When you see one, you've seen them all, unless they have a different view from the fort. Skopje is surrounded by the beautiful mountains. The fortress Kale is located on a hill in the very center of Skopje, on the left bank of the river Varda, and partly in the western part of Bazaar. It's about 10 minutes walk from the bridge. The Kale, a Turkish word for fortress, similar to the stone bridge, is considered one of the symbols of the city of Skopje. According to information so far, the area on which today's fortress is located was inhabited since the prehistoric times, and the fortress was again inhabited sometimes around the 7th and 6th century BC. During the Ottoman rule, the fort was neglected and the site was empty. During the 19th century, warehouses, arsenals, military hospitals and prison were located on the fortress. It also had a similar purpose in the first half of the 20th century until 1951, when the army left the fortress. Skopje's Kale suffered great damage during 1963 earthquake. if you're a woman in North Macedonia, you would love it. Because they always smile, they're always treating you like a star, try to chat with you, and you still think that you still got it. But they're not on a horrible way, not on a nasty, sleazy way, no. Just smiling and sort of, I feel like a young, beautiful girl here, which is nice in my age. I didn't got it for a very long time living in England, or maybe Englishmen just too scared to give you a compliment. But yeah, quite enjoy the attention. We had a great time in Skopje, but it's time to wrap up our time here. The place with such a cool mix of history, culture and few surprises I didn't see coming. But the adventure not over yet. Now we're hitting the road and heading south to one of the most beautiful spots in Balkans, Lake Ohrid. I've heard the views are insane, the water crystal clear and the vibes. Super chill. Can't wait to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you next one.